sorts about this. I talked to him and sent him some messages. We've got some other issues about that to deal with in terms of building permits. But the fact of the matter is, this is an issue that the providers of this service control most of the major media in this country. We wonder why we don't know anything about it. Well, I think that's pretty obvious truth, isn't it? When you control the major media, you can control how the flow of information gets to people. So I would suggest that we, as good citizens and the manager of a corporation that works for the citizens, we could do this on our website. But staff need to be given instructions to do that. I give the clerk much credit that when we did have something on our agenda a couple of weeks ago, she did put on our website telecommunication, blah, 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 right? But the fact of the matter is, I think, honestly, talking to her, there should be a caveat. That's not our business to be providing. We're not an information store. And if in fact we're going to be an information store, we should make sure that it has a caveat. And we should also tell, as I say, Bell, et cetera, it's prudent that we give them the opportunity to put their stuff out there as well. The fact is, this is an information gap that's been going on nationally, and we just happen to be doing it locally. Number 3, there's a new issue, and I don't know, some of you have got a copy, I think you all did, a copy of the letter from Bell through Proliferate again. Bell was going to go through our protocol, which we only passed 2 months ago, and to recite the South Dock Pines Tower. Proliferate was told to forego that and ask for basically a request to Industry Canada to say, oh, there's a tower there already, even though we're going to build a new one. And because you have this guideline that says that once you have a tower, we don't have to use a public process, they asked to get rid of our protocol in terms of that. Personally, I think that we should send a letter to Industry Canada saying, gee whiz, we have a public protocol we put in place. Why are we having this done to us? Why are we getting our nose snubbed? Why are we being treated as a public body like we're nobodies? I think we should say that they at least employ the protocol that we legally put in place, and we had the right under Industry Canada guidelines. And I think the third part is I think, and I've been doing it personally with Mr. Shifley, is I think these how do I keep doing this? I need a computer version. I think our communication with the Bevs of this world has to be better. I talked to Bev last night, and one of the interesting things I thought about was the communication with Bev through this issue has been exactly the same as we've had for the windmills. For whatever reason, we decide that because it's in somebody else's bailiwick, we can't deal with it. Well, in fact, we can deal with it. We were elected accordingly as they were. The fact is, we have legal prescriptions that we have to undertake. Let's undertake those prescriptions. But let's not say it's not our business. When people bring things to our attention and we can advocate in a sensible way, then we should advocate. And I talked with Bev about this last night, and Bev, as a former mayor and a councillor, he said, we don't communicate enough, do we? And I said, no. I said, I'll just cite an example right now that we got a copy of a letter from somebody this week about the sewage issue, right? And it's a perfect example of that type of thing. Communication is the hallmark of the business we're in. When we don't communicate, the people we represent, they say, why aren't you communicating? When we're dealing with the issue that somebody else is, and they say, well, what can you do? You can't. All I'm saying is, get on with it. Give council or staff instruction to be able to deal with what we can deal with legally, and I'll make a motion that my 3 recommendations be instructions to staff.
I'll second.
Councilor Underwood.
I think you find there's 4 recommendations. Fourth one, that all that information received to the issue and steps on location of lumps and shores necessary to meet our applications. Yep. I have 4 questions. First off, how much staff resources do you think will be used towards this? I don't think it's really a problem. I agree with the motion as such. Do we have staff resources to easily implement this in the through whoever can answer that question?
Yes, we have the staff.
Okay. Do you have a timeline in mind?
June 30th is the deadline for the comments.
So all this has to be up by next week, I guess, soonest. Can that be done?
We have to have the information to Industry
third question is, what kind of end result are you looking for? When you're talking about information, all the rest of it, staff instructed and everything, what are you looking for? Like, are we looking for some sort of, are we looking for a movement? Are we looking for,
No.
okay,
Do you want me to type?
yes,
Answer
please,
your question.
ask a question.
Number one, basically to follow the protocols that exist in the service. That staff could do, but whatever. Number two, basically it's information that we do have two sides to this issue. It's not for us to advocate an issue to the federal government. It's for us to ask for better legislation and better health outcomes for our citizens. I do not believe that we should do the citizens' work for them. We should support the citizens when they bring up health concerns to our attention. And in that support, we do it through the legal means we want to, which I'm saying, basically, number two, put the information out there, let people read. People are intelligent. Let them read and they come to their own conclusions. If they want to advocate on behalf of these issues to Bev Shipley, fully for them and more power to them as well. But personally, I may personally use some advocation, but it won't be against any wishes of this council. I'll just tell you that. Now, number three basically is to say we put our oar into the water. We made a protocol, unlike other municipalities who have never done one, and unlike what we did in the past. So we would like that protocol implemented. In other words, follow our legal guidelines, at least to the fact of having a public process, which is what our protocol says.
All right.
So number three is pretty obvious, four is pretty obvious.
My last question, then, to bring it all together, is what is our main objective for doing this? Is our main objective not to have the tower there, or is the objective to have a process for us to show the people of Lapton Shores that we are involved and pushing ahead, or like, what's our main objective?
Our main objective, and number one, is to end up having the tower outside a residential area, which is we already said. And as for the rest of it, it's getting information to people so they're educated. This is, as we well know, this is an issue that this council knew nothing about 2 months ago.
Then I support this motion.
This motion will be going back, or this recommendation.
Yeah, you guys can pass this one today, it'll save me Monday night, but you know,
Monday night.
I won't do that to you guys because.
With this legal,
Yes, that's a whole other issue. I think that has to come up for Monday night as well, John.
yeah, these two items would be attached to one of them. The report from our solicitor, the comments from our solicitor, as well as John's resolution. Deputy Mayor Day?
Yes, just through you to John, I just want to clarify something too. In your inclusion of proposed alternatives must be given, are you proposing that that's only within Lantern Shores lands? Or are you saying that this even include the possibility of the former Army Camp, Stony Point lands, a suggestion that we make contact with them, find out whether they'd be open to that, because it's definitely beyond the residential area, and they probably would be interested in the monies that would come from a contract like that.
Yeah, I mean, that is an option through I think that's an option. I think in terms of the timelines that the clerk is undertaking, I'm not sure if the speed that's needed to answer their concerns. They're following all the rules, always.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that option is a legal one for us, because we would have to have okay to that. We can only give an option that's within our bailiwick, in other words, within our jurisdiction. So I think it's an option. I'm not sure if the rules would I think they preclude us as using them. It's a suggestion that could be made.
All the rules are being followed. So industry can, Bell can, they've stretched them, but they're following all the rules.
Let's be honest.
And what we're asking for is that they look at those rules, the federal government looks at those rules and changes what it is we can with that.
That's a discussion for Monday.
That's the discussion.
That's a discussion for Monday night. What I'm saying is that we follow the protocols that are in existence and instruct our staff to follow those protocols. We can only follow the protocols. We shouldn't step outside the bounds.
Councilor Elman.
And I agree. And now that I know where you're going with this, I can certainly support